Thanks for inviting us in at 6 o'clock. We want to begin tonight tracking the potential for severe weather across central Indiana. These hot and humid conditions that we're all dealing with could trigger some pop-up storms, and that's why our weather team declared this a weather impact alert day.
Angela's been tracking the timing of it all and shares it with us now.
Yes, it is going to have an impact overnight, much like the last couple of nights. We've been busy with several warnings, so stick with us. We'll be keeping you updated on this severe threat. I do want to show you the tornado watch that's in effect for the northwestern part of our state, back through parts of Illinois to the south. That is a severe thunderstorm watch. We have that enhanced, increased threat of severe weather, especially across the northern half of Illinois. But our tornado threat is not zero. We're level 2, level 3 threat for central Indiana, although we do think damaging wind potential and very heavy rain that could lead to some flash flooding are the primary threats. We do have a couple of cells on radar now. This one moving through Martinsville. It's had a little bit of lightning with it. It's right along Interstate 69. Also a new cell that's developed just to the northeast of downtown. This may impact places like Castleton and Lawrence, and we've got a cell just east of Newcastle. This type of activity for the next couple of hours, then all eyes on this line of severe storms up and down this line. There are tornado warnings. That line starts to move our way. I'll have the timeline, those overnight storms timeline, in just a minute.
Thanks, Angela. Remember, you can stream our new live local radar 24/7. You can watch the storms as they roll in anytime around the clock.
And you can also check the forecast whenever you'd like. Just download our free WTHR streaming app on your TV.
The family of a mom found dead in Mexico says right now they're desperately working hard. They want to bring her back home to Indianapolis, but still they haven't been able to see her.
And now her cousin is telling our Jenna Webster someone may be trying to scam them.
It's really sad.
Jamie Dowdy still can't believe she's talking about her cousin being gone. 30-year-old Michaela Penley was found dead in Mexico earlier this week after going missing with her 7 children back in February. Dowdy says the family still hasn't been able to see her body. She says someone from a shelter identified Michaela.
Even though we know it's her, but we need to see her, and we just need to get her home and the babies home.
Dowdy says the family is working with the U.S. Embassy to bring Michaela home, but now they're getting some strange calls from a woman in Mexico. Someone is wanting to bury her there.
She just kept saying, like, we got to bury her. We got to bury her. And my cousin's like, no, you're not.
The embassy says it could be a scam, but it's adding frustration to an already heartbreaking time. Meanwhile, prosecutors in Mexico say they arrested the father of Michaela's children. On Tuesday, prosecutors said they expected to have formal charges within 48 hours for her killing, saying they'll seek the maximum sentence. Dowdy has not heard if any charges have been filed yet.
They're probably not going to give us any information more than what we have as her family, what we know she's been through with this man. So I don't think we're really looking for an answer from them as to why he did this. He's a monster. That's why.
Dowdy is just hoping at this point Michaela is returned home for a proper funeral surrounded by family. Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Dowdy also told Jenna that they're working to bring the 7 kids back to Indiana too. Right now, there's no timeline for that, but they say they did get to talk on the phone just yesterday.
An Indiana congressman tonight is leading a national push to strengthen missing child alerts.
This follows the death of a Fishers teen, Haley Busby, who was found dead in Ohio earlier this year after she disappeared from her home. Congressman Rudy Yacom introduced that Haley Act. It would allow police to issue Amber Alerts for people under the age of 18 to believe at high-risk missing persons, even if they can't immediately confirm that they were abducted.
Busby went missing back in January, but no alert was ever issued because her disappearance was classified as a runaway. Now, under current law, alerts only go out when they confirm a child is in immediate danger.
Busby's dad responded on social media saying in part, quote, "The Haley Act seeks to modernize our response to high-risk missing children and ensure cries for help are amplified, not neglected or silenced."
Tonight, a teenager is now facing charges for a shooting in downtown Indianapolis that sent one person to the hospital.
A 20-year-old also is charged. Ashton Hackman explains.
And this shooting happened well before the current curfew for 17-year-olds here in Indy. This proposal would have made that shooting happen after 17-year-olds should have already been home.
Several shots by the Pearl Street Creek area. I think I may have them pulling out of this lot by BW3s. Hold on one second. Eastbound Washington, it's going to be a white car.
Police stopped that car and arrested a 17-year-old and 20-year-old Sean Cole. Investigators recovered 18 shell casings at the scene and 2 guns from the car.
When people choose to engage in this reckless behavior, our officers are responding and we're holding people accountable.
The arrests come as a proposal to expand Indianapolis's summer curfew advances to the full City-County Council. If approved, 17-year-olds would have to be home by 11 p.m. on weekends. IMPD Chief Tanya Terry expressed her support.
I support anything that aims at keeping our kids safe, that encourages parental involvement.
Violence putting curfew changes back in the spotlight. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Plans to build a data center on the east side of Indy cleared yet another hurdle today.
So this plan is already receiving pushback from some Hoosiers who live in that community. Our Ella Rhodes joins us live tonight after that meeting wrapped up within the last 30 minutes. So Ella, what happened there?
The hearing examiner recommended to approve this petition, which essentially allows DC blocks to move forward in building a data center on the east side. And I was talking to some locals that live over there. They say they weren't surprised by this, even though they really didn't want to see this happen. And just to give you a better idea of where this data center will be, you can take a look on your screen at those drone shots. The proposed site is off South Kitley Avenue and Fintail Drive and backs into Pennsy Trail. It also borders Irvington neighborhood on the east side. So the site would be for 3 buildings, about 420,000 square feet. The project costs up to $2.2 billion. Many residents near the site don't want to see it built due to environmental concerns, loss in property value, and concerns with it close to elementary school. Jack Killen gathered a group of neighbors on the east side who opposed the data center to come out to today's hearing.
It's poison, and we just simply don't want our daughter to grow up in that environment, and it's real for me now more than ever. She's only 7 weeks old, and we're just seeing this beginning, and it's devastating to me, it's devastating to my wife, and I think it's devastating to most, if not all, of the community.
Several counselors also spoke at the meeting. Counselor Michael Paul Hart says he's still on the fence about the project, wanting to see more information. Counselor Nielsen, who represents the bordering area, said, you know, he is very much in opposition of this because of how his constituents feel. And when the examiner actually made the announcement of her decision and her recommendation, the room really erupted in shouting and chanting. People were even asked to leave the public hearing room because of their behavior. So essentially, with this recommendation now, it will go forward to the Indianapolis Metropolitan Development Commission for a final vote next month. And Scott?
All right, we'll be following it. Ella Rhodes at the City County building tonight. Thanks so much. Angela?
Scott, storms tonight, but the Friday forecast includes relief from the high humidity and some sunshine. I'll have that and a look ahead to the weekend.
Also tonight, IMPD now one step closer to getting hundreds of thousands of dollars approved to pay for new police vehicles.
Why this is just part of the fix to a growing problem.